What's up, everybody?
I'm Jackson.
I'm Kenny.
And we are
JK Builders. If you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe to see all future LEGO content. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, helps out the channel a whole bunch, and it's very much appreciated. And today we have a very, very special guest. It is Jackson's new best friend. His name is Gary.
Hey.
Everybody say hi to Gary. So Gary is Jackson's new best friend. He got him for his birthday. Oh yeah, Brindley's here too. Hi, Brindley. She's hiding in the back. So Gary is a puppet. So Gary will be joining us today for this video. We will ask him his opinion on the set, and we will see what he thinks. So welcome, Gary. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you too. Thank you for letting me be in this video. I would just like to introduce myself. My name is Gary, and I like to sing.
Today we're doing a review of one of the most highly anticipated LEGO sets of the entire year. It is the UCS ATAT. Gary, why don't you break down this box for us?
Well, it's 18 plus. The item number is 75313, and there are 6,785 pieces.
Thank you, Gary. How many minifigures does this one have?
9.
Comes with 9 minifigures, which is pretty awesome for a UCS set, especially Star Wars lately. But check out the box, it's super awesome. We did do an unboxing of this set. I'll put the link up here so you can check that out. We won't go over the box super in detail just because we did that video already and I don't feel like we need to do it again. It is a great box, it's humongous. There's lots and lots of cool features and details as you open up the box and cool things to see. But yeah, you have just the front of the AT-AT here. On the back, you got the AT-AT opened up. Shows you some of the internal features and the parts that move. A couple of shots of the movie, as well as the UCS plaque down here. Gives you the dimensions, 27 inches long by about 24.5 inches tall. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Let's check out the instruction books. So like we said in the breakdown unboxing video, it does open like this, and it has the 4 different boxes. These ones have all been opened up. On the inside, there is a book in every single box. So it does consist of 4 separate instruction books. So it does come with the 4 separate instruction books. Each have their own protective sleeve. Some of them are definitely thicker than others. And each one shows on the front of it what you build within that instruction book. So this was the first one. It says 1 of 4 up here. This was like the legs and midsection. A lot of Technic bits in this set. There's also a lot of information in the front of each of these books. As well as some like drawings and renditions and different information about the AT-AT. Some really cool, interesting facts. Each one, like I said, varies in length. This one's 140 pages. But yeah, really cool instruction books that I would definitely recommend checking out rather than just building the sets. This one's really thin. It was just the feet and legs. Again, you have some additional info here in the front. Like I said, they're all different lengths. So this one is about only like 59 pages. But yeah, check these out. Definitely some good info, and absolutely adds to the perceived value of the set. I know one of the things that a lot of people have complained about is the price on this one. We will talk about whether or not I think this was overpriced or not in just a second. But yeah, those are the instruction books. Let's check out the AT-AT. So here it is, the UCS AT-AT on display there with Gary. So, of course, before we check out the set, we're going to look at the minifigures. So it does come with 9 minifigures. So first up, we got 5 snow troopers. So all of these are mostly the same. I think there may be a little bit of difference in a couple of them, but for the most part, they're just snow troopers. Very cool. Obviously, they need to go with the Hoth AT-AT set because they're heavily involved in the Hoth scene. Of course, we're going to get the Hoth battle pack that could be added to these because there are over 40 seats within this AT-AT, and you could fill them with snow troopers if you'd like. The snow troopers do have different heads on each of them that are different shades and a little bit different expressions on their faces. But they're very cool. They got the printing on the chest, legs, and back. Really cool molded helmet pieces. But yeah, they're all pretty much the same. I think there's a little bit of difference in the printing on the chest on some of them. But for the most part, they are just snow troopers. You got a couple of the ATAT pilots. Now, these are the same ones that we have seen before. I do really like these helmets. Very cool molds. They have the printing on the chest, legs, and back as well. Come with a blaster, but very awesome. Of course, you have General Veers. I do believe this is the same General Veers we've seen in the past. They might have changed his leg printing, if I'm not mistaken, but for the most part, he is the same. Which he's a very good minifigure as well, but nothing super new. And then, of course, we have Luke Skywalker in his get up from flying the snowspeeder. He also has the grappling hook that he shoots up into the AT-AT, and he has the thermal detonator that he throws inside to blow it up. So very good minifigure as well. And that is pretty much it. So I mean, they are kind of standard, but they are the ones that definitely should be included with this set, being that it is from the scene from Hoth, and these are the minifigures that are involved. Along with that, it comes with a couple of accessories. So it does come with a couple of snow speeder bikes. Now these do fit nicely inside the AT-AT, which we will show you in just a second. And then it comes with a web blasting gun as well, web blaster gun, which you can also put on the inside of the AT-AT. These are cool little speeder bikes, very similar to speeder bikes that we have seen in the past, but they are a little bit different. And like I said, they do fit nicely on the inside of the AT-AT for storage, which is pretty cool. It comes with the UCS plaque. It does have all the information about the AT-AT here on the plaque. It says Imperial All-Terrain Armored Transport. But yeah, it's a cool little stand. The bonus is that it has this little tool that is able to sit back here. They made a little spot for it. This is the tool that you're going to use to adjust the legs, which we will show you that as well in here in just a second. But it's cool that they put a little place behind the plaque for you to store that so it doesn't get lost. But yeah, there's all the info. Gary, what do you think so far?
Well, I have no idea what Star Wars is, so I don't know.
Well, you'll have to watch Star Wars then. Jackson, get him watching Star Wars. All right. All right, now here's the AT-AT. The first thing that you'll notice about this is it is absolutely humongous. When I first saw pictures of this, I was like, man, that doesn't look that big, but this thing is giant, man. It is really, really big. We'll put it next to some other sets here in just a second so you can get a better idea of its sheer size. It's almost as tall as Gary. In fact, they're almost the exact same height if you put them side by side. If you just combed Gary's hair down, I think they'd be the same height. But just loaded with detail all the way around. This head on it is absolutely humongous. It has guns on the sides. It has these guns that actually go in and out like so. Right here it has the front windshield. Of course, these guns turn, but just tons of greebling and details. Has really cool neck here that's very highly detailed. This section is very large with lots of greebling and details on the sides. Very cool legs. Just these legs alone, I think, have close to 3,000 pieces in them between the legs and the midsection here. Was over half of the build. These feet are absolutely humongous and highly detailed. But just overall, it is just an absolutely stunning work of art, if you ask me. Just lots and lots of details that you don't see on any other AT-AT Lego set from the past. Now this set does open up in a variety of ways. First, we'll check out the cockpit. So the cockpit can flip open like this. Oops. Like this. It does fit several minifigures inside, so you can fit the two pilots as well as General Veers there in the back. Like, I'm going to pull these sides off. So these sides do just pop straight up like this. So you can remove them very easily. Just on a couple of pins. And then this will flip up like this. So there you can see it a lot better. So General Veers can stand in the back just like he does in the show. And then you got a couple spots for the pilots. It's very cool too. It has a screen here. I don't know if you can see that. But it has a little dashboard with like control panels and a screen. And the screen is actually the shield generators that they go to blow up on the planet Hoth. So I thought that was a really cool detail that they threw in there. But yeah, just a very, very cool head on this thing and very highly detailed. All right, we'll zoom out a little bit so that you can see this, but the outside of the midsection does come apart as well. So the top just pops off like this. This top piece pops off. Much like the Millennium Falcon, the pieces do just kind of sit on top. That was one thing about the Millennium Falcon was a lot of the pieces just sat on top, so if you turned it sideways or upside down, a lot of it would fall off, which was kind of disappointing. I don't think this one is quite as fragile as the Millennium Falcon. In fact, I'd say it's not even close to as fragile, but it is definitely still fragile. And yeah, you wouldn't want to like tip it upside down or anything because pieces would certainly fall off. So on the inside, it is highly detailed. That's one of the things that people are really hoping for, including me. If they're going to do a UCS ATAT to this scale and size, that they would do a highly detailed interior, and I do think they nailed it. It does have many seats. I think I counted over 40. There's like 42 seats or something on the inside of this. So you can load this sucker up with troops, snow troopers, or whoever you want. There's a ladder right there that goes up through the middle so you can get up to the second level. It's got like the engines right here, I assume is what those are. Just very highly detailed. It's cool that they put these stickers, so it kind of looks like the lights that you see on the inside of the AT-ATs. It has this little door section right here. Of course, there's no access from the body into the head, which is unfortunate but understandable because they had to put a lot of pieces in here in order to make that stable and hold the head up. So right here is where you're going to actually be able to put the snow speeder bikes. So they just pop in like this. And you can fit, what, 4 of them? You can fit 2 on each side, I do believe. So that is a good place to store those speeder bikes, which is very nice that you have that on the inside of there. Another cool feature is right here, it has a little handle where you can actually turn it and it will turn the head. The one unfortunate thing about this is that you can't do it without taking the top off. So it would have been nice if it would have popped out somehow, so you could turn the head without taking it apart. Unfortunately, you can't do that, but it is cool that they added that feature and that you can turn the head back and forth if you would like to. Now we got it all opened up, I will show you how you actually adjust the legs. So these legs are adjustable. I know that's one of the things that kept them from doing a UCS AT-AT in the past, was just the stability issues that it had. This is the way they overcame that. So there's little like sprockets in all of the joints, and this little tool goes onto a little Technic pin and you turn it, and then that is how you can either straighten or bend the leg like so. And there's one of those at the top. There's one here and here at each joint. So depending on how you want the AT-AT to stand, you just turn the pin and it will bend or straighten the legs to your liking. And then the one other thing that I didn't show you was both of these sides open up. So you can actually pull this out and open it up, where you can have like that web blaster or some of your snow troopers hanging out there on the side. And it does open on both sides, which is very cool. All right, so the UCS AT-AT. Gary, what are some things you like about this set?
Well, I like all the detail, and the minifigs are really good, and well, you wouldn't say that this is a play set, but it has a lot of playability in it.
That's very true. Yeah, I mean, it opens up in a lot of different ways. There's different places that you can stash troops as well as the snow speeders. There's lots of movability in the legs and the head, things like that. For the most part, it is just going to be a display piece. For me, it's going to be a display piece. I'm not going to get down and play with this. It will be cool once those Snow Trooper battle packs come out to maybe buy a few of those and fill up the inside to just kind of see how that looks. But overall, this is definitely intended for display, which most UCS sets are. Jackson, is there anything that you don't like about this one?
No. Except they could have added more snow troopers.
They could add more snow troopers, but I'm very happy that it at least came with 9 minifigures. I mean, that's a big thing for a Star Wars UCS set. So yeah, my complaints are going to be, first of all, it is a little bit fragile. There's some certain pieces like these ones in front of the legs that pop off all the time, like that. They just come off like really easy. I mean, that's pretty typical of some of these UCS sets. Like I said, a lot of these pieces on top are just kind of sitting there. They're not locked in any way, which makes it kind of scary to move. This is a very expensive set. We will talk in just a second whether or not we think it is worth it. But overall, I'm very happy with it. I think it's a great set. It's definitely in my top 5 for sets of the year. I've heard a lot of complaints about it, and I don't think most of them are warranted, honestly. I think this is a really cool set. It is long overdue. This is one of the most iconic transport vehicles or ships from Star Wars, and it's something that they've needed to make for a really long time as a UCS AT-AT. And they finally did it, and I think they did it justice. So, all right, Jackson, this set retails for $799. You gonna buy this one, wait for a sale, or you gonna pass?
Oh, I'm gonna buy this one. I'm gonna buy it.
You're gonna buy it? I'm gonna buy it too. I did buy it. I bought it for $800. Now, I did have some VIP points that I put towards it. I had some gift cards. So I didn't pay $800 like out of my pocket, which is good.
$700?
Well, I had $100 of VIP points, but yeah, I had some other money too that went towards it as far as like gift cards and stuff. But is this set overpriced? I'm gonna say that it is. It's about 6,500 pieces, so it is quite a bit smaller than the Millennium Falcon, and it is the same price. Now, I do understand that there's inflation. I think there's a lot of people that don't take into account inflation. We have seen rising inflation, especially the past year or so. So the price of things, everything has gone up, as well as Lego. Obviously, it's probably gotten more expensive for Lego to create these sets, so you have to take that into account. Also, this one has some really big pieces, and those are going to be more expensive. But overall, I do think it probably should have been a $699 set rather than a $799 set. It should have been more in line with like the Star Destroyer rather than the Millennium Falcon. I really do wish that they would have priced it at that $699 price point rather than the $799. So as it sits, I do think it's overpriced. I do think you will be able to eventually find this for like $100 off. Like I got the Millennium Falcon $100 off. I think you'll see the same thing like that for this, but it could be a while before you actually see that. But yeah, if you got some VIP points, you got some gift cards, definitely throw them down on this, and I think that is what will make it worth it, is if you can get that price down just a little bit. All right, now let's check it out with a comparison. So this is the ATAT that came out a little over a year ago. Now this was a $160 set, and this one was, when I built it, I thought it was quite large, surprisingly. And now you see just how dinky this thing is. It's so much smaller and so much less.
It's tiny.
And so much less detail.
Like,
it is just like a little baby set in comparison.
This is Gary compared to.
There you go.
This would be a toy for me.
So as you can see, this ATAT will fit underneath this one. That's how much smaller it is. It can stand over like this. Looks like it's an ATAT baby.
Baby giraffe ATAT.
But yeah, you can really get an idea of just the sheer size of this set. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I would recommend it. If you're a Star Wars fan, this is a must-have. It's definitely one that once it retires in a few years down the road, it is going to just skyrocket in value. So I think it's a great investment as well. But yeah, if you haven't already, pick up the ATAT. So we brought it down, and unfortunately, it doesn't fit on my shelf. So we are going to have to do some reworking, but you can kind of see the size comparison. You got the ATAT here next to the UCS gunship. You have the Millennium Falcon and the Death Star 2. It definitely matches up well with those as far as detail and size, that is for sure. But yeah, we will rework these shelves, get it up there on display, and then show you down the road what it looks like. All right, so there it is, the UCS ATAT from Lego Star Wars. Do you have it? Do you want it? What do you think of it? Comment down below. As always, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, keep on building.